What's up, Reapers? Welcome back to the crypt. Um, I wanted to do a video on this for a while now. Um, this is a video on what do I define as catchy, and the reason I'm doing this is because one of my favorite things to do is sometimes watch old album reviews. For example, I watched Banger TV's album reviews for these two albums, Richard Gore and Terror Vision by Aborted, and um, and I have to agree with, I think it was Blaine who did both, where I think Divine Impediment and Deep Red and Ultra Inferno are the catchiest songs. But it also got me wondering, because it's a, excuse me, I just say, um, brutal death metal grind, grindy sort of stuff, and like even going back of it, like Sea of Cartilage and the song "The Carnage Done" by from Gormageddon, I think are catchy as hell. Whereas say, you know, Metallica, there's obvious melody, but for this it's like, okay, well, there's not really much of a melody here, but there are grooves. And I looked up the definition, and it's usually like a good hook, a melody, has a nice flow to it, and I'm like, well, if you think about it, there's like the big, um, the big pop stars or whatever, like fucking Beyonce. People consider her music catchy, but I can see like, okay, yeah, there's a melody. Am I a fucking fan for no? But then I'm looking at, say, um, Hemorrhage. You know, I ca- I've heard plenty of people, including Cobalt Gorgor Attack. He was the first person I've heard say it, and I'll say it as well. Catchy gore grind. We know that gore grind isn't really meant to be like catchy. Um, but the songs Nephritic Blue and Rectal Vaginal Fistula, they're catchy as fuck. Um, and even like I found war metal that's catchy. I mean, I know there's Damar or Damir, however the fuck you say it, with um, preaching for mass suicide or whatever, where it's like the chorus is "Die, I wish to die" or something like that. Now that I can see being catchy, but like think of something like Archgoat, Revenge, um, fucking uh, Black Witchery. You know, not really meant to be catchy, but yet for some reason I find myself finding things catchy, and I think for me personally, it's no, does it stick with you? Is it a song that I could see myself humming, um, or going back to? Things like that, and I mean, you gotta just think like, yes, there are bands out there that, are catchy without, overstaying their welcome, but there are some songs and bands that just shouldn't be catchy, but they are. And no, for me, I think catchiness is more of a it also depends on the listener, Am I going to listen to this song for years to come? No, like Grotesque Impalement has that nice little intro, and it's a very recognizable song. But you look at something off of Descent into Depravity, very technical, but I find all the songs to be catchy, but it's not you know catchy like Grotesque Impalement. Um, so for me personally, I think you know I think if it's something that can stick with you, it's a song that just gets stuck in your head. That's what makes it catchy. It doesn't matter whether or not it's like melodic or not, because I mean, I find where is it? This album right here has it's raw black metal, but I find it catchy. What the fuck was it? It's the fifth track, probably my favorite track on here, and I find that to be very catchy. So, let me know what you guys think. Am I just looking too deep into this? What do you consider catchy? How would you define catchy? Um, Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and as always, keep it grim.